Now you're probably here because you're interested in cryptocurrency. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. If you enjoy cryptocurrency, you want to learn more, slap on a like and hit the subscribe button, because this is an industry where you can make a lot of money by knowing what to do. Now, my first rule and my first bit of advice to anyone that I speak to really is invest in yourself first. Now, what I mean by that is education. A lot of people come into this market and they expect to make money. They expect to, oh, Bitcoin's going up, oh, Ethereum's going up, I'm going to just invest and I'm going to make money. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. These markets will eat you alive, and it is the same through all the hundreds of years of data with gold, silver. Then you've got the likes of the stock market. It is the exact same thing. The data goes back for a long bloody time. So let's have a look at it. I want to teach you and show you about investing. Investing in cryptocurrency should not be a thing you should be scared of, but what I will say is education is absolutely key. Do not take any shortcuts. Do not risk any capital that you believe you may need in the future. Please be very careful. Now, none of this in this video is financial advice. This is just brute honesty. Educate yourself first. There's some links below. There's a Telegram group, there is a website, there's plenty of opportunity to get educated correctly via courses. You don't have to pay a load of money for courses, you don't have to pay for one-on-one coaching, you just have to get a self-paced course which is going to teach you absolutely everything, and I provide that. My company provide that, and it will honestly save you a lot of heartache, trust me. Now, I want to talk about investing and how easy it can be if you know what you're doing. Now, let's look at a few things. Now, follow the money. Same as the stock market, supply and demand. If there is supply of a coin and there's demand for it, people will buy it. People will increase that price because it is market behavior. That market behavior dictates whether a coin is going to go up or down. It is the same as a stock asset, it's the same as a commodity, it's the same as anything that you invest in, even property. Okay, so I want to give you 3 examples of coins over the last couple of weeks have done very, very well based on supply and demand. And the first one is Litecoin. Now, the reason why I'm saying Litecoin, one of the older ones, okay? Payment solution system, it is one of the concrete coins that's been around for a long time now. It's an absolute pillar. Now, they've recently announced some good news, and a lot of this good news has created a pump for a long period of time. Now, you've got to follow the news, you've got to follow the demand of the volume. There is a lot of volume going into Litecoin at the moment compared to what it used to be like. And you can see here, that was the end of the last bull run. Now, look at the bull run. That was horrendously, mentally oversaturated. It was crazy, right? A lot of people lost a lot of money because people were jumping in at the wrong time and they were expecting to make a load of money, and obviously they invested the wrong time and it came down massively. But right now, it's pumping up a little bit. So let's get up a Litecoin chart, and I want to make this fully clear. When you're investing in anything, do not listen to other people. Now, I'm mentioning Litecoin here. That doesn't mean you've got to go invest in it. I'm just going to show you what I mean by these growths. Now, look at that, okay? That is a growth based off news. That is one of the things that you should be doing when you're looking at investing, whether you're investing in stocks, commodities, or cryptocurrency assets, okay? If there's something good that's happened, it creates a interest. And those interests create impulse waves. These impulse waves tend to move the price upwards, okay? So that is Litecoin. That is one example, obviously not financial advice. All this technical jargon, technical analysis, you don't really need it if you're an investor. You need to just know when to buy a coin. And it's very, very easy to do. And it's something that you should be learning to do. A lot of people did this, okay? And I'm going to go to the weekly chart on Litecoin right now. And what they do is they buy when it was at its highest. Now, this is February 18. The date is not that long on this chart, but fundamentals of it is quite simple. If people are buying on the high, they're going to lose money. It's like anything. You don't go into the stock market and buy a coin on an asset. It's like Apple, for example. You don't buy it on an all-time high, do you? You just don't. So for this, people would buy here and then, obviously, yeah, lost a lot of money. Another coin I want to mention as well is Ethereum. Again, one of the main coins, one of the top ones. And it's had a hard fork recently. It's like a fork of the network. It's improved, it's increased its capabilities, it's better. and it's pumped a few times, and there was a delay on it as well. So if I go into Ethereum, when you start to see news about this fork, you'd have a little look, and these little looks create a bit of interest. Now, I'm going to go into the daily time frame here. This was when the fork was announced. It was delayed here, and it came back down massively. But you can see here that trend on the daily holding very well, okay? And yeah, your sell point is pretty much up here when it rejected off this range. It rejected, also delayed, so that caused a bit of a rumble as well. Came back down, and again, the new fork announcement, release date here. Well, actually the release date was here, more to the point, a few days later, 27th of February. But it pumped up again. This is all supply and demand of volume. People getting interested by the news and going, I'm going to buy that. Let's go. And then the market emotions take place. People buy into it. The people that lose and get hit by the waves buy up here. The people that win buy here. The profits are always made when you buy, not when you sell. That is the ultimate game, and that is how the markets move. I know that's reverse to what you think, but when you get in a good position, and you know you're in a good position by looking at the technicals, by looking at the fundamentals, by knowing the industry, you know you're going to profit here. Okay, you know it, because you know that coin in the next couple of days is going to go up because of the news. And what happens? The volume comes in, the fear of missing out happens, people jump in, and people get burned. So look at it that way. And I'm going to look at another coin, one more coin, and it's TRX. Now, personally, I don't recommend this coin. I don't like it, but it gives you a very good interest in how the markets are moved. Okay, this has a founder who likes to pump his bags. Essentially, he likes to promote his coin all the time. And they've recently acquired BitTorrent. BitTorrent is, you are probably well aware of it. It is an old peer-to-peer, decentralized kind of file sharing network. And how it worked was you uploaded a seed file and people downloaded it from your computer. It was really, really complex, but also pretty much frowned upon. But it was decentralized. It was peer-to-peer. They could not shut it down. And they've acquired it, okay? And with that, they did a coin market release, essentially like an initial coin offering, but they did it on Binance. Binance is one of the big exchanges, and it's created a lot of price hype. Now I'm going to look at the Tron chart. Now Tron, as I mentioned, I'm not really recommending it. I don't like it, but look at that, right? This is just one element, and this is like kind of when you could tell. But in terms of all-time moves, 168% in 70 days. Oh, actually, that's not. We'll look at this one. That's 166 or 100. Yeah, pretty much both the same, really. So yeah, you can kind of look at that and think, whoa, that is the fundamentals, okay, of a coin. You could have bought right here when that news was going out, and off it went. It just, you didn't have to do anything for 61 days. You didn't have to do a thing. That is a lot of money. Now you see here, that is a perfect time to sell. When it goes below that moving average 20, and just off it goes. Now that is one of the tricks, one of the methods that you can trade it on. Very, very easy. Now that would have made you a lot of money just riding this right down. Accumulation phase would have been cool, and more often than not, it would probably bounce off this region to the top. So I sometimes go from top to bottom to see where it could potentially bounce, and you can see there we're there. So even on the opposite way around, there's been no bounces, nothing. It's just fallen through. We're probably going to get bounce areas here, okay, and that is a more education that you need to be aware of, where things are going to bounce. And this is usually the area. This is resistance here from prior support. So when it goes up, resistance, struggle, struggle, struggle. Once it flips to support, off it goes, and that actually holds there as this golden ratio essentially. And again here, just above the 0.5, could well bounce off this and go up here, but it's fallen through there pretty easily, which is kind of worrying. So I hope that this is kind of giving you an insight of investing. You can trade this, you can invest it, you can do whatever the hell you want. The aim of the game is buy low, sell high, but the profits are always when you first buy it, okay? You never buy a coin here, because no doubt you probably won't. You'll probably be selling here. I'd be like, oh no, because it's already done this. You've missed your profits, you'll be selling here because you're panicking, and it bounces, off it goes. You lose money via those type of market positions essentially by those market decisions. And yeah, you got to learn this, and that's what will happen. So when you're looking at this and you're analysing it and how human psychology is, people will be buying here, but they'd also be selling up here. That is the sell-off wicks, okay? People would have literally ran to the computer to sell right now, causing this, and then all of a sudden, the bounce. People will be buying this dip, and off it goes. That is just human psychology of the waves, okay? How it all works. Now that is a perfect structure. You can see it there. That probably be wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and A, B, C. Massive. So when you look at that, it looks very, very easy on the daily time frame when you're seeing a trend like that. Trend's good. Trend's your friend. Just be on the right side of it. So as I mentioned, if you like this channel, hit it up, give it a subscribe, smash a like on it, and yeah, you'll be seeing more content like this in the future.